This week on Life in the Park, the city says so long to Mayor Jeff Jacobs, zero waste packaging takes a step forward, and the West 16th Street exit and entrance ramps on southbound Highway 169 are slated to close permanently, plus more news you can use.
Welcome to this week's edition of Life in the Park. I'm Scott Smith. This week's cover story shares a little laughter and a few tears with the departing of our Mayor, Jeff Jacobs. That's ahead. But now here's current news and events in the park. St. Louis Park is slowing an effort to ban plastic bags and instead is focusing on getting people to recycle more. It would be more symbolic than substantive, as plastic bags make up only about half of 1% of St. Louis Park's waste stream. The city is now considering a zero waste packaging ordinance requiring restaurants to use takeout food containers that are reusable, recyclable, or compostable. If the city decides to approve a zero waste packaging ordinance, it would give restaurants up to a year to comply so they can go through existing supplies. Council member Jake Spano, set to be sworn in as mayor next month, said the city plans to concentrate on educating people about what can be recycled and work on increasing recycling. He also stated we have materials that are not being recycled because people aren't aware that they can be recycled. No action was taken after the public hearing December 7th, but may be put to a vote after a second reading at the December 21st City Council meeting. As part of the Highway 169 project next year, MnDOT has received municipal consent from the City of St. Louis Park to close the West 16th Street exit and entrance ramps to and from southbound Highway 169. The purpose of the ramp closure is to improve corridor safety and efficiency along Highway 169 by removing the non-standard access that currently exists. The project will also include a visual barrier very similar to a traditional noise wall as part of closing the access for the affected properties. The St. Louis Park Fire Department would like to remind homeowners and businesses with fire hydrants on or near their property to please shovel the snow around the fire hydrant after each snowfall and keep the hydrant clear of overgrowth of plants during the summer. There are about 1,700 fire hydrants in St. Louis Park, and while we will have a crew of firefighters removing the snow, they cannot clean all of them in a timely manner. Protect your family and neighbors when seconds count by becoming a hydrant hero. To adopt a hydrant, go to hydranthero.org, choose a hydrant, click on the Adopt Me link, and fill out the registration form. You can even name your hydrant if you wish. Questions can be directed to the Assistant Chief, Carrie Smith, at 952-924-2171 or Lieutenant Eva Hansen at 952-924-2599. Well, as the snow has melted for now, street sweeping has resumed in parts of the city and will continue until all the streets are swept or when it next snows. Well, every year the City of St. Louis Park hosts a home remodeling tour featuring 6 recently remodeled homes in the city. The 2016 tour is Sunday, May 1st from noon to 4 p.m. If you have renovated or remodeled your home and are interested in telling your story, we'd love to have you apply. Please contact Marnie Olson at 952-924-2196 or email molson@stlouispark.org. St. Louis Park Friends of the Arts, or Fota, is seeking members from the community to serve on its board of directors. Specifically, Fota seeks St. Louis Park residents who have experience in fundraising, marketing and communications, or volunteer management, as well as representatives that reflect the diversity of the community. Fota is a nonprofit community organization dedicated to supporting, organizing, and promoting all art forms in St. Louis Park. Please contact Fota at 952-928-6422 or email info@slpfota.org for an application form and additional information. Hey, Maggies Farm Theater proudly presents Miracle on 34th Street. Maggie's Farm delivers this classic holiday story as an old-time radio play, complete with on-stage sound effects. Miracle on 34th Street is perfect for families looking for a fun outing that captures the spirit of the season. Full of laughs, holiday magic, and music, it's the story of a single working mom and a department store Santa who claims to be the one and only Kris Kringle, proving to the world that Santa is real while making one girl's dreams come true. Performances at the Little Theater at Lenox Community Center, 6715 Minnetonka Boulevard in the park, 7 p.m. December 11th, 12th, and 18th, with a special matinee on Saturday at 2 p.m. and the final performance at 7 p.m. Saturday evening, December 19th. Tickets are on sale at Brown Paper Tickets online and the Lenox office. For more information, visit maggiesfarmtheater.com. Well, in this week's cover story, a decades-long era is coming to an end as the city of St. Louis Park came together to bid farewell to our city's mayor, Jeff Jacobs. A celebration of the man and his accomplishments was held at the Minneapolis Marriott West December 3rd. A list of accolades was long indeed, but in a few brief words, Mayor Jacobs expressed his hopes for the future of our city and those who will lead us there.
I just wanted to ask a quick question of you all. So I lose the hat, or do I keep the hat on? What do you think?
And all these other kids here. There's a lot of young people here. My niece Megan, my good friends Lou and Angela. And I saw some other kids, I think some other young people around here. To you, I give a special thanks. My generation hadn't always done right by you, okay? We tried, but our heart was in the right place. I just think we sort of balled it up in the execution. But sadly, we haven't always left the place in better shape than we found it. So, I know that the debts we've incurred, you will have to pay for. The mistakes we made, you will have to figure out a way to fix. And the buildings and things we build, you will have to maintain, repair, and one day replace. And so to you guys, it's kind of a bad news, good news proposition. The bad news is you're going to have to be smarter than us, a lot smarter. You're going to have to be quicker, faster, more nimble, lighter on your feet. You're going to have to be able to solve problems that we haven't even anticipated in ways that we have never even imagined. You're going to have to be able to use technology in ways that even the people that invented it 20 years ago have no idea how to do that. You're going to be able to communicate with people in ways and in manners that we cannot even imagine. You will have to be better than us. And here's the good news. You are. And you might not know it, but you always have been. And my guess is that everybody in this room would agree that you always will be. Okay? And so, to you, I thank you for perhaps the greatest gift of all. You guys have given us a hope for a better tomorrow that we didn't have. You can't imagine how good that is. That's great. That is really great. But I have a request for you. If you will consider doing it, 30 years from now, would you please pay that same sentiment forward to the 9th graders that will sit there then? Do that, and you will honor us and you more than you know. Proudest thing I will ever say until I draw my last breath. Hi, everybody. I'm Jeff. And once upon a time, I used to be the mayor of St. Louis Park. Lots of food left, everybody.
Now, the event was a celebration and humorous stories did abound, along with Jeff Jacobs' top 10 hilarious, most quotable quotes. The entire video will be available soon on Park TV 17 and on demand at parktv.org. Jeff officially leaves office at the end of the year, and Jake Spano will be sworn in at the first City Council meeting in January of 2016. Remember, you can keep up to date in the park by visiting our Facebook page at facebook.com/St. Louis Park, or check us out on Twitter at twitter.com/St. Louis Park. Well, that's it for this week's edition of Life in the Park. Thank you for watching. Join us next week for another edition of Life in the Park right here on Park TV.
Hello, I'm Jim Lombardi, Recreation Supervisor with your Rec Update. As it gets colder, we start to move inside. Try our adult volleyball leagues. Volleyball leagues are played on Wednesday nights and will start in January and run through March. All games will be played at the St. Louis Park Middle School. The cost is $180 a team. Or if you want to get outdoors, register a team for our adult broomball leagues. Men's and co-rec leagues are offered on Mondays, Tuesdays, and Thursday nights at Nelson Park. The leagues will run for 7 weeks. If weather allows, we'll start playing games the week of December 14th and run through early February. The cost is $400 per team. To receive a registration form or for more information on any of these activities, you can call the Rec Center at 924-2540 or visit us on our website at stlouispark.org. So get out and play this winter in the park.